No rush, no noise, just a story. As the stars whisper softly in the night, you're safe, you're loved, you're home. Let the night carry you beyond the stars. The sky was a deep blue blanket stretching far and wide across the world. Little stars twinkled like tiny candles, flickering softly in the quiet night. The moon, round and glowing, rose slowly over the hills, gentle and calm. She cast a golden light across the land, touching everything with peace. Down below, the trees swayed gently in the breeze, their leaves whispering sleepy secrets. The grass glistened under the moonlight, each blade still and quiet. Even the rivers seemed to flow more slowly, as if they were falling asleep too. The moon looked down kindly. She had a soft smile, and her light felt like a hug. She began her quiet journey across the sky, watching over every corner of the earth. "Good night," she whispered to the forest, where owls blinked their round eyes. "Good night," she murmured to the meadows, where rabbits tucked into their burrows. "Good night," she hummed to the gentle hills, resting under her silvery light. In a little wooden house beneath the trees, a small light shone from a window. Inside, a child sat on their bed, gazing up at the sky. Their eyes sparkled with wonder, sleepy but curious. The moon saw the child and glowed a little brighter. "Good night, little one," she whispered. Her voice wrapped around the child like a warm blanket. The child yawned, pulled the covers up, and lay down with a smile. Outside, the wind gently rustled the leaves, and a cricket chirped in the grass. The moon floated higher, painting the rooftops and treetops with silver. She passed over lakes and mountains, villages and valleys. Everywhere she went, she left behind calm and comfort. She said goodnight to the clouds, drifting quietly across the sky. She nodded to the sleepy birds, resting with their feathers fluffed up in nests. She greeted the quiet oceans, where waves gently kissed the shore. As the world slowed down and dreams began, the moon kept watch. Her journey would last until the first light of morning. But for now, she was here, whispering good night to all. As the moon climbed higher into the night sky, the world below became even quieter. Everything seemed to pause, just for a moment. Even the trees stood still, as if they were listening to something magical. In the vast sky above, tiny stars began to appear one by one. First, a single twinkle in the distance, then another, and another, until the sky was filled with soft, sparkling lights. They blinked slowly, like sleepy eyes opening to the night. Each star had a soft voice, and though they were far away, the child could almost hear them. They didn't speak with words, but with feelings. Warm feelings, safe feelings. It was as if they were whispering, good night. The wind carried those whispers through the open window. They floated gently across the room like invisible lullabies. They danced around the blankets, over the pillows, and tickled the edges of the curtains. A small golden star above the window shimmered a little brighter. If you looked very closely, it almost seemed to smile. Its light was soft and kind, like a hug made of stardust. The child watched it quietly, eyes growing heavier. The stars kept twinkling, whispering their soft goodnights. "Good night, trees," they said. "Good night, flowers. Good night, wind and clouds." Outside, the world was dark, but not lonely. The stars were there. The moon was watching, and everything felt just right. The child took a slow breath. A yawn slipped out, quiet and soft. And the stars whispered again, this time only to the child. "Sleep peacefully. We'll watch over you tonight." The sky sparkled above, and the room grew quieter than ever before. Then came a soft breeze, cool and gentle like a mother's kiss. It made the curtains sway and brought the scent of night flowers. Lavender, jasmine, a touch of something sweet. Even the stars seemed to breathe in and out with the wind. A shooting star streaked quietly across the sky, leaving a soft silver trail. It moved so slowly, as if not to wake anyone. And just before it vanished, it sent out a gentle shimmer that lit the clouds from underneath. Some stars were brighter, some dimmer, but all of them glowed like guardians of the night. Each one seemed to carry a tiny dream, and each dream floated down like a feather through the air. The child's eyes closed, but the whispers didn't stop. They spoke of adventures in dreamland, of soft meadows and starry rivers, of gentle animals and floating boats made of moonlight. The stars had many stories, but they told them slowly, calmly, like a lullaby made of light. And just before sleep wrapped the child in its arms. The stars whispered one last thing, soft as a breath. You are safe, you are loved, and you are never alone. Once upon a time, in a cozy little room with stars painted on the ceiling, a small child lay tucked beneath a blanket full of dreams. Outside the window, the moon was high, glowing gently in the night sky like a watchful friend. The child, wide-eyed with wonder, whispered into the night, "Hello, moon. Are you listening?" The moon didn't answer with words, but it shimmered a little brighter, as if saying, "Yes, I am here." The child sat up slowly and leaned toward the window, where the cool breeze gently kissed their cheeks. "I have a wish," the child said, "just one little wish before I sleep." The wind rustled the leaves outside, and the moon seemed to lean in closer, listening carefully. "I wish," the child began, that every child everywhere could feel safe, warm, and loved tonight. The stars twinkled in silent agreement. The moon glowed warmer than before, casting a silver path across the bedroom floor. The child pressed their hands together gently, like holding a treasure. Do you think wishes come true if you believe enough? The moon didn't answer in words, but a breeze gently lifted the curtains, whispering through the room like a lullaby. The child smiled, feeling calm and hopeful. I wonder if the moon travels the whole world each night, carrying everyone's dreams in its light. Just then, a cloud floated slowly across the sky. Soft and fluffy, like a feathered ship, the moon peeked out from behind it, still watching, still glowing. The child began to imagine the moon visiting places far away. Tiny mountain villages, deep, quiet forests, deserts under starry skies, and big cities that never sleep. In each place, children just like them were closing their eyes, whispering their own wishes into the night. Some wished for hugs, some wished for stories, some simply wished to be seen. The child placed a hand over their heart. I hope my wish reaches them all, they said softly. Far above, the moon glowed as if carrying that very wish, a gentle light stretching across the world. The room grew quieter still. Even the stars outside seemed to be listening. The child yawned, their eyes fluttering like soft butterfly wings. "Goodnight, moon," they whispered. "Thank you for keeping my wish safe." And with that, they drifted off to sleep, their breath slow and steady, their heart full of peace. The moon continued to shine, silent and gentle, watching over the dreams of children everywhere. It carried with it a single simple wish, a child's voice, wrapped in love, floating through the sky like a lullaby. Soft lullaby music fades in, distant owl hoots and wind rustling in trees. Once upon a time, in a quiet village tucked between rolling hills, there was a secret garden that only bloomed when the moonlight touched it. By day, it looked like any other garden, calm and still, with soft green leaves and closed flower buds. But when the night fell and the moon rose high in the sky, something magical began to happen. Silvery moonlight would spill over the tall garden walls. Gently waking the flowers from their slumber, they would slowly open one by one, revealing glowing petals that shimmered like tiny stars. A soft breeze would dance through the garden, carrying the scent of jasmine, lavender, and dream dust petals, a flower that only bloomed at bedtime. In this moonlit garden, the animals came to rest too. Tiny rabbits curled beneath the tulips. Owls perched quietly on moonflower vines. And even the frogs hummed lullabies by the glimmering pond. Tonight, a little girl named Elara tiptoed into the garden, her blanket wrapped around her shoulders, and a sleepy smile on her face. She had heard stories about this garden from her grandmother, but she had never seen it for herself until now. Elara looked up at the moon and whispered, "Thank you for waking the garden moon. I think it was waiting for me." As she walked along the soft stone path, glow blooms lit the way like lanterns. A gentle hummingbird, shining like silver, hovered near her shoulder, leading her deeper into the magic. She sat beside the dream pond, where ripples sparkled with tiny lights. Elara closed her eyes and listened to the sound of leaves gently swaying, of stars twinkling above, and the moon humming a quiet lullaby. She made a wish quietly in her heart. "Let me dream of gardens and stars forever." And the garden seemed to sigh softly, as if saying, "Yes, child, you may." The flowers gently closed again. The hummingbird drifted into the moonlight, and the breeze faded into silence. Wrapped in moonlight and dreams, Elara slowly drifted off to sleep, right there among the glowing petals and gentle magic. And the moonlight garden, silent once more, waited patiently for the next child with wonder in their eyes. Good night, Elara. Good night, moon. Good night, dreaming heart. As the night deepens, the moon rises higher into the sky, casting its gentle glow across the quiet world. Its silvery light touches mountaintops, rivers, forests, and sleepy towns, spreading calm wherever it goes. On the other side of the globe, where the sun has long set, tiny homes nestled in valleys begin to shimmer under the moon's soft embrace. A child in a snowy village snuggles deeper into their blanket, the moon's glow reflecting on the frosty window pane. The stars twinkle gently above, as if whispering good night in their own special language. In a quiet desert, the sand glistens under the moonlight like tiny diamonds scattered across the earth. A baby monkey curls into its mother's arms, yawning as fireflies drift lazily through the air. Even the rustling trees seem to hush, making room for dreams to bloom. In a sleepy city by the sea, the moonlight dances on the ocean's surface, like thousands of tiny stars floating on water. A silent guardian in the sky, reminding us that even though we're apart, we all share the same night. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let sleep carry you softly into your dreams. The stars had whispered their last lullabies across the velvet sky. Their shimmer was softer now, like tiny heartbeats slowing down after a long, playful day. The wind had settled into a gentle hush, a loving breath that floated through trees and rooftops. Even the animals in the forest had found their beds, foxes curled up in dens, owls resting in trees, and rabbits snuggled deep beneath the earth. And up above them all, the moon glowed like a watchful eye, calm and kind. She looked down at every corner of the world, bathing the hills, oceans, and cities in her silver light. The flowers in the moonlight garden had closed their petals, whispering their thanks to the sky. The rivers shimmered softly, reflecting the moon like a dream mirrored on water. In one small house, at the edge of a sleepy town, a little child was still awake. Their room was quiet, filled with shadows that danced gently on the walls. The child gazed out of the window, eyes heavy, but heart wide open. The moonlight touched their cheeks like a gentle kiss. And with a soft, sleepy voice, the child whispered, "Good night, dear moon." Thank you for being with me, even when everything else goes to sleep. The moon didn't speak, but her light seemed to twinkle just a little brighter, as if to say, "You're never alone." The child closed their eyes for a moment and imagined the moon listening to wishes from all around the world. Wishes from sleepy eyes, from little hands holding favorite stuffed toys, from quiet hearts full of love. The moon, ever so patient, carried each wish gently, like soft feathers floating across the sky. Clouds passed slowly, like curtains being drawn across the heavens. The stars yawned. The trees whispered one final good night. And the moon dimmed her glow, cradling the world in her peaceful arms. The child murmured, "See you tomorrow," and pulled the blanket close. Outside, the night stood still, a painting of light and dark, soft and silent. Good night, dear moon. Good night, sweet world. Sleep well, dream gently, and remember the moon is always there, shining just for you.